Hey guys, it's Liz and we're flipping things. And today I am doing a what sold on eBay for me. I will be completely transparent in I have not been listing on eBay. My sales are always better when I'm listing consistently between work and travel and everything else going on in my life. I'm a little behind on photographing and listings. So these sales are literally just what has been in my store and moving, without any activity going on outside of that, without really offers going up, without promotions or sales being run, and without consistent listing. I do have over 300 items for sale in my store. I'm sure that helps, but my sales are definitely down because I'm not listing. So stay tuned. I'll show you what's sold. Welcome back. I hope everyone is good. I'm just going to jump right into it. Let's talk about what sold. Up first is I loved this. It's a Roots Canada sweatshirt. I found this at the Goodwill. They actually had two Roots Canada shirts. I bought them both. If they had been in my size, I would have kept them because I love Roots Canada. I love the brand. It's just an awesome brand. It's out of Canada. I live on the border of Canada. So I was really excited and surprised to find these. It's not something I run into frequently. So I paid $5.99 for this sweatshirt at the Goodwill. It sold for $27. The fees were $4.72, making my profit $15.29. This took 181 days to sell. So it was not a fast mover, but it sold. And I'm pretty happy with that. I just love this brand. The other shirt has not sold yet, so I would not say get this if you're looking for a quick flip, but it was very profitable, even at purchasing it at $5.99. So I was really happy. I do always include in these what sold videos my fees, how long it took to sell, my overall profit, what I purchased it for. I think those are all important metrics. I could just tell you what sold, but if I'm not making a profit on stuff, it's not as cool as it looks. And so there are some items here that are low profit. I will explain those when I get to them. Up next, this was a GE8 universal remote. I picked this up at a garage sale. It was new in the package. I paid $2 for it. It sold for $9.99. The fees were $2.12. I almost always charge for shipping. I will let you know if I didn't. So in this case, I charged for shipping. So my profit was $5.87. This took 153 days to sell. Not my best flip, but I was happy to get it out of my inventory, to be honest. I don't like to look up prices at garage sales. I don't know. I just get nervous scanning eBay sold comps when I'm at a garage sale. So I just took a gamble on this. It wasn't the best, but I did okay. Up next is a Nobi Women's Fat Burner Supplement. I got this in a Catch and Deals HBA box. I paid $1.59 for this. It sold for $15.99. The fees were $3.82, making my profit $10.58. I'm always trying to average around $10 for my profit. So this hit right there, which I was happy about. This took 56 days to sell. I love the Catch and Deals HBA boxes. They have changed how they're doing their mystery boxes. So now if you're tax exempt, meaning you have a reseller's license, which I don't, you get the boxes for cheaper. And if you're not, you pay more. So I have not ordered one since they've changed the system. I probably should, just to see if it's still as profitable or if it's just not a viable box anymore. So maybe I'll do that. More HBA. Up next, this is Naturello Prenatal Vitamin. Again, I paid $1.59 for this. Everything in that box averaged out to $1.59 each. It sold for $9.99. My fees were $2.16, making my profit $6.24. This took 43 days to sell. So not the biggest profit, but you know, I always want to sell everything I can in those boxes, even if it's not profitable. What I find with the Catch and Deals HBA boxes is there's a few items in there that pay for the whole box in terms of profit. And then I'll take my little gains with the rest of the stuff, right? I may not be making as much as I want, but I'm making a little bit of profit and I'm just trying to sell the box off. Up next, this was a tough one for me to sell. This is a hand knitted baby sweater that someone who used to work for me in Vegas knitted when Matthew was born. I put Matthew in it, and then when Trevor was born, I put Trevor in it. It is so tiny, it literally only fits like when they're in like immediate newborn. And I loved it, and I have lots of pictures of it, but it was something that was just sort of like, it felt like someone else should be getting some joy and some use out of it. I am a ways away from having grandkids, I hope. Right? Yeah, I am. Okay. It didn't make sense for me to hold on to this. So I paid $0 for it. It was a gift. She knitted it for me. It sold for $14.99. The fees were $2.80, making my profit $12.19. It took 159 days to sell. This was the first time I'd sold anything that was hand knitted, so I wasn't sure like what kind of profit you see with that sort of stuff, but I was happy to see it go. Hopefully someone with a newborn is getting some joy out of that sweater. Up next, this was given to me by a friend. She gave me a bunch of clothes that she no longer wanted. So it was a Dachshund dog sweatshirt. I'll be honest, I had to Google how to spell the word Dachshund. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. But that's a hard one to spell. I paid $0 for this. It sold for $9.50. The fees were $2.99, making my profit $6.51. It took 171 days to sell, and hopefully there's a dog lover out there that's enjoying that sweatshirt. This is a Bell Ziploc. It actually had 2 in the package. I got this in a bulk box, so this was a Target shelf pull. I paid $1.41 for this item. It sold for $17.99. The fees were $3.34, making my profit $13.24. It took 173 days to sell. I almost pulled this out of my inventory to give to my son because he rides his bike all over the place. It's his main form of transportation. But I am glad I made a decent profit on it. It was heavy. Making the shipping for the buyer, it was over a pound. So I think that was why I struggled to sell it, because it did fit in a flat rate mailer, but it still wound up being $8 for the buyer for shipping. Up next is a DVD. This is the Tooth Fairy DVD. I found this in the Walmart clearance section for $1. It sold for $10.99. The fees were $2.27, making my profit $7.72, and it took 24 days to sell. I always grab the clearance new and packaged DVDs. I've done really well on some Walmart ones lately. They knock their stuff down to $1 and put it over in the clearance section, and I've really done well. I've sold videos even for up to like $24.99, which is crazy to me. Up next is a lot of Fila exercise equipment. These I was trying to sell individually. I got them in a bulk box and they just weren't moving, trying to sell them on their own. So I lotted them together. So altogether I paid $8 for these. They sold for $23. The fees were $3.76, making my profit $11.24. So I did double my money, but I didn't do as well as I had hoped on these. I think with the pandemic ending and gyms opening up, like we're just not seeing demand for exercise equipment like we were before. These took 135 days to sell. So it took a while. I was happy to have them out of my inventory, and it wasn't a loss. I did fine on them, but I wish I had lotted them together sooner because originally I was trying to sell them individually and that just wasn't happening. Up next is a purse. I also got this in a bulk box. This was A New Day, the brand A New Day, which is a Target brand. It was a shelf pull, so it was brand new with tags. I paid $1.41 for this. It sold for $11.65. The fees were $3.06, making my profit $7.18. This took 180 days to sell, so it took 6 months. It's like gray. It's a crossbody purse, so I think it's kind of like, better for like fall and winter, but I was happy to have it gone. Up next, this one was a pain for shipping. It had to go in a box, and I didn't have any square appropriate boxes. So I wound up having to like resize a box. It was kind of a pain. I don't know. This one was just sort of a pain. So it's an Umbro soccer ball. This also came from a bulk box. I paid $2.65. It was new in the package. It sold for $14.99. The fees were $3.15, making my profit $9.19. It took 160 days to sell. I really wanted to try out the sports equipment, shin guards, soccer balls, exercise equipment. None of it has done well for me. I will probably avoid that kind of stuff in the future. For my store, it just doesn't move. I'm sure it moves for other people's stores, but for me, DVDs, HBA, and clothes seems to be what I do best selling. I have no idea why. Up next, HBA. This is a liver support supplement. I got this in a Catch and Deals HBA box. I lotted them together because I had two, so I paid $3.58 for the two of these. They sold for $27.49. The fees were $4.14, making my profit $19.77, and these took 20 days to sell. I had never heard of these. I was actually really surprised to see them move as fast as they did. Up next, this is a TheraBreath oral rinse. I actually had two of them, so I put them together. They were liquid and they were very heavy. So these had to go ground, which is more expensive. I paid $3.58 for the two of these, Catch and Deals box. They sold for $35.99. The fees were $4.82, making the profit on these items $18.29. These took 16 days to sell. So they sold very, very quickly, but they were heavy and they were liquid. So there was that. Up next is Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. I'd never heard of this, but I just saw it at Walgreens when I was there last night. I paid $1.50 for this item. It sold for $8. Again, this was a liquid, so it had to go ground. The fees were $2.37, making my profit $4.13, and this took 148 days to sell. This was one of those, I knew I wasn't going to make much money on it, but I'm always trying to sell everything I can in those boxes, even if it's not a huge money maker. So I was just, it was these plus those TheraBreath. They were pretty big bottles, so I was happy to have those gone. And the last thing I'm sharing with you today is CircuWell. It's a supplement. I paid $1.59 for this with a Catch and Deals HBA box. It sold for $23.99. My fees were $3.71, making my profit $18.69. And these took 36 days to sell. So that is awesome. I just realized that behind me is crooked. Which I don't know what I've done. Well, I apologize because that's annoying. So did I have awesome and amazing sales? No, but I'm still making sales and there's still stuff happening in my store and I need to get back on it. I do know that I have not been thrifting. I have not been sourcing along with not listing, mostly because I have a lot of stuff in my death pile in the basement that I need to address first before I go out and source more stuff. Although I should try one of those new HBA boxes from Catch and Deals and see if at the new price point it is still profitable and if they're still offering the same quality of items in those mystery boxes. So let me know what you guys think. How have your sales been? I know we're in November now, which means there's a good chance we're going to see an uptick because there's a lot of shortages with people trying to shop for Christmas. So I need to get my butt listing all of that stuff that is in my basement. I hope you guys are all listing too. I hope everyone's having a beautiful day. Thank you to all of you for watching, and you rock. You just rock. Have an awesome day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.